Hey everyone, Maximus here bringing you another Dokkan battle video, and if you want to see more Dokkan content, team strategies, discussions, and card showcases, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss a thing. Now, in today's video, we're going to be going over the new cards that are coming to JP, starting with Dokkan Fest exclusive KEFLA, the Awakenings for KEFLA and Kale, as well as the new looks like it's going to be a normal banner unit of VATOS coming. And then they also have, coming up soon, the Extreme Z Awakenings for Super Saiyan 2 KEFLA and Berserk Kale. And then over here on Global, we have Rose Goku Black coming in just over a day, as well as the Super Saiyan 2 Goku, but I will cover those in another video, so be on the lookout for that. So, for tonight, we're going to start with checking out these amazing looking super attacks.
あんたは強いけど私の方が超絶強い。今度こそあんたを超えてみせる。
Love that super attack punch. I have to be honest, I'm gonna probably try and get my hands on that music as well at some point, so I really like that. So shoutouts to Goresh as well as the Dokkan Wiki for translating all the info on KEFLA. So if we go over here, I've got her pulled up, her info. Like I said, shoutouts to Horace DB over there and his squad over on the Dokkan Wiki. So she's going to be Universe 6 or Rapid Growth, which is her new category. So Universe 6 is Key 3 and 170% to all stats. And then Rapid Growth is Key 3 and 150% across the board. And then as base form here, she stacks attack, which is good. She's going to hit crazy hard in long events. Immense damage, which is what we expect for a Dokkan Festival card. And lowers defense, which is not the greatest ability. If it was lowers attack and defense, it would have been much better. But she starts off with getting 100% defense to start a turn, which is good. Attack 100% on super attack, so support units will really buff the crazy out of her. Plus an additional attack 50% and a high chance, which should be, a 50% chance to dodge the enemy's attack, including super, when with 6 or more key spheres. And then she transforms to Super Saiyan on the 3rd turn. So if she starts in the 7th slot, she's going to transform to Super Saiyan right away. So that will be nice. And with her links are really good. Once she goes Super Saiyan, she gains, and we can jump to that right here. So she gains Super Saiyan versus Saiyan Warrior race, so she becomes an almost exact linking partner with the OG Super Saiyan 2 KEFLA. The only difference is Fierce Battle when KEFLA, physical KEFLA, has Shattering Limit. But so she now, as Super Saiyan, greatly lowers defense instead of just lowers, which is 50% lower. Lowering could be useful when it gets up to that kind of level. It could be useful against, say, the legendary Goku event, where after a while that's the only thing you can do is lower his defense, which he's got so much defense and so much health that it eventually does help out. But so she bumps up from 100% up to 150% for attack and defense in the same places in her passive. Still a high chance, and then transforms on the very next turn as long as you have 60% health or more. Transforms to Super Saiyan 2 KEFLA, and she gets another 10% attack and defense and the 2 key. And now, instead of having to get the orbs to evade, she just has the 50% chance to evade. And then, but now she gains that she launches a guaranteed additional super attack with 6 or more key spheres. So if you pull dupes of this girl, I'm leaning towards putting in additionals. That way you'd have the chance to get 3 super attacks when she's in Super Saiyan 2, and you get 6 key spheres. And she stacks attack, so 3 stacks of her attack on that turn would be huge. And then she's got that active skill, which you could activate the active skill. I mean, against Pure Saiyans or Universe Survival Saga, that's literally like 80% of the game. Let's be honest. She'll change physical to STR, and attacks are effective against all types for 1 turn. And so that, I believe it's a 1.9, it's 1.8 or 1.9% attack modifier. I'll have to look that one up between that and crit chance. One is 1.9 and one is like 1.6 or 1.8%. Either way, it's a huge damage bonus, and she won't care about typing. Now, the other thing I was looking at strategy-wise with this, with the orb changing that she's doing, is that if you go back to the OG KEFLA, she changes int to physical every time she comes around. So this one changing physical to STR, if there's a whole lot of int orbs, if you're running them as a pair, you've got the physical KEFLA out in front when the turn comes around, and there's a whole lot of int orbs, then you could end up changing almost the whole field to STR orbs. Then if you've got Kabe on rotation and he happens to change one of the other typings, then the sky's the limit as far as picking up a whole field of orbs there for either one of the nukers. And then this KEFLA is pretty much guaranteed to get 6 orbs. This should be pretty crazy. That Kabe being super STR, 50% support for this girl, he's probably the best of the 50% supports. So I'm thankful to have him with a dupe in my account. So I'm ready for this girl to come out. Now, another thing I was looking at is her release date. So, funny enough, let's see, where did I put him? Right here. Namek Goku. He came out May 31st of last year. came out on Global as our October celebration. So I would bet dollars to donuts that we will get this KEFLA more than likely at the first week of October is when we can expect her. And you can bet I will be putting out videos. So I do want her. I'm curious to see what this rapid growth team is going to look like. She is on 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 categories as it stands. And so quite an impressive card. You guys that are playing JP, let me know if you summon, let me know if you get her or whatnot, because I'm sure I got JP players subscribe to my account, my YouTube channel here, and let me know how she is. So the next card we've got is the Awakening for KEFLA. So she's now Universe 6 or Peppy Gals Key 3 and 120%. So that's really good. That's another sub-lead for Peppy Gals, and branches that team out into having some more. It's a good free-to-play option because she's a normal banner unit. Stacks attack and defense, supreme damage, and lowers defense. So doing two things on her, just like KEFLA doing two things on her super attack. That's really nice these days, even though it's lowers defense. The fact that she's stacking attack and defense, can't really complain there. So she gets attack and defense 80%, and a chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, plus 8% per Universe 6 or Peppy Gals category ally. Then she still has the guaranteed dodging against Universe Survival Saga and Pure Saiyans. But now, if you have Kale on the same turn, she has a guaranteed additional that looks like it's probably a 30% chance to become a super attack. So she's become really good. 14,000 attack for a normal banner unit, that's not bad, and almost 10,000 defense. So definitely no complaints there. And then we get STR Kale, who already was kind of crazy as an SSR. So she's Pure Saiyans or Peppy Gals, Key 3 and 120%. So again, a fantastic leader skill for you free-to-play players. If you don't pull the Dokkan Fest Pure Saiyans leads, which is pretty much the best ones are the two Vegetas. So also, basically, it is the same super attack. Stacks attack and defense and lowers defense. And almost identical, but she gains attack and defense 10% per Pure Saiyans or Peppy Gals allies. Launches an additional attack instead of dodging when there's Universe Survival Saga or Pure Saiyans enemies. But then she gets this guard against all attacks if KEFLA is on the same turn. So if you've got this girl rainbowed, look out, because she's a monster. And she's also over 14,000 attack. Not bad at all. Then we've got this guy. He's already gotten his Awakening on Global, but Kabe, I got him pulled up because he is just going to be a crazy, amazing support for this whole team. Especially the Kale, the STR Kale, and the new KEFLA. And with the orb changing, he could end up on this 170% Universe 6 led squad, he could end up hitting really hard himself because he has a 9-turn attack and defense buff. So not much else to say about Kabe except that he's gonna be a mainstay on that Universe 6 as well as even the Pure Saiyans team. And then we've got the we'll get to that in a minute. I already got that. Okay, the last new card is VATOS, and this one is really interesting because she does supreme damage, lowers attack, which is what we like, and seals super attacks, which is great for Super Battle Road. Attack and defense 60% and a high chance of evading, so it should be 50% chance to dodge. And then here's where it gets interesting. So she's got a passive that reads similar to STR Kale and KEFLA. So she gives Universe 6, Realm of Gods, Siblings Bond, and Bond of Master and Disciple category allies. Attack and defense 20%. So, and then she does the randomly changes key spheres into rainbow. If there's another Universe 6 ally attacking in the same turn, that's going to be pretty easy if you're running a Universe 6 team. But back to this support part of her passive. If we're reading this right, if a card is in all 4 of these categories, and we'll need to, y'all that are playing JP, if you pull this girl, let me know. I'd like to hear some actual gameplay feedback on this, but I do believe they would get a total of 80% attack and defense. Now, the only one who is on all 4 categories at the current time is Champa. So Champa here, and he gets that medium chance of 200% attack, but he is on Realm of Gods, Universe 6, Siblings Bond, and Bond of Master and Disciple. So I have this guy rainbowed, and then he is also Universe 6 category 2 key and 40% himself. So I'll be curious to see what kind of attack stat he can hit. His attack is cut pretty low, even for a normal banner unit at rainbow. But this 200% on top of the amount of support, and not to mention that he will share Godly Power, Innocence, Shocking Speed, and Fierce Battle with the VATOS. So that's 40% attack and 2 key from VATOS on top of support that they're both providing. So it's gonna be crazy. The other big ticket one that I was looking at is over here. If you run VATOS with this one right here, LR Beerus and Weiss. So they already hit insanely hard once they've been hit. And then if she is providing, so she doesn't give, alright, she doesn't give key, but she does randomly change the rainbow. If you've got another, so say you're running on Siblings Bond, and you're running another card that fits off a Universe 6. Let's check Siblings Bond real quick and see what other Siblings Universe 6 cards there are on Siblings Bond. And besides VATOS, who do we have? Okay. We might be, well, you could run Champa on Siblings Bond if you wanted, which Siblings Bond is already kind of crazy anyways. But they will also share the same 40% attack and 2 key on top of being an LR with almost 20,000 attack. And then they get this after they get hit. So that VATOS is gonna be crazy. Not to mention giving the same thing, we could go over the same if I wanted to Dokkan Fest Beerus when they come out. So let me know what you think. And I'd like to hear in the comments, are you planning on summoning on JP for Kale and KEFLA? Excuse me, KEFLA. Are you planning on summoning for KEFLA? It's been a long day. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And leave a like if you happen to be new. And subscribe, like I said at the beginning. And I'll be bringing you more Dokkan content. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks and have a good night.